Self-compassion. Being more compassionate with yourself is well worth the effort, but be prepared. Self-compassion is much harder than having compassion for someone else. It's easy to support others in their time of suffering, but we tend to be really hard on ourselves, to think critically, and to avoid or deny our own suffering. To open the door to self-compassion, we must first recognize our own suffering. This can be hard to do because most of us do not want to admit our failures or face up to the ways in which we fall short, feel sad, broken, or when we suffer. Compassion means that we provide understanding and kindness when people make mistakes. This is very different from judging or criticizing. Feeling compassion means that you understand that suffering, failure, and imperfection is normal and part of being human. To develop self-compassion, we learn to treat ourselves the same way we would treat a good friend. When we go through something difficult, make a mistake, or when we don't like something about ourselves, rather than criticize ourselves, stop and tell yourself, "This is really hard right now," and ask yourself, "How can I comfort and take care of myself right now?" Dr. Kristen Neff has studied the differences between self-compassion and self-esteem or self-confidence. She's pointed out that to enhance self-esteem, we tend to compare or judge ourselves in relation to others. We like to build ourselves up by thinking we're smarter, better, or more talented, or more capable in some ways than others. Self-compassion has many advantages over self-esteem. According to Dr. Neff, self-compassion has three main parts: being kind to ourselves, accepting our common humanity, and mindfulness. Self-kindness is saying kind words to yourself like you would a friend or doing something nice for yourself. It may feel awkward, but it's actually okay to be kind to yourself, and it's good to do nice things for yourself occasionally. The second part of self-compassion is common humanity, which is the understanding that when you're having difficulty or going through something that's hard, you're not alone. Every human being is flawed and imperfect. Accepting our common humanity helps us feel more connected to others because we are realizing that we're all connected and alike and that we're all flawed and imperfect. The third part of self-compassion is mindfulness, which is being present in the moment intentionally and without judgment. It's developing the ability to notice how things are without excessive emotional reactivity. Mindfulness allows us to acknowledge any negative feelings we may have and to know that our negative feelings, judgments, and criticisms will pass. When we practice self-compassion, we don't have to feel like we're better than anyone else to feel good about ourselves. We can feel compassion for ourselves because every human deserves compassion and understanding. Not because we're special or unique in some way, but just because we're human beings. Some of the benefits of self-compassion include it's easier to own up to mistakes, easier to accept criticism and work on our weakness, helps us better empathize with others, and we can be more caring and supportive to our partners. Self-compassion doesn't pressure us to be superhuman, and we're able to better respond to feedback and criticism. We're also much more likely to take a chance and risk being wrong or making a mistake if we have the mindset that mistakes are part of being human. Some ways that you can embrace or enhance self-compassion are accepting that you're human and you're going to make mistakes, recognizing your failures and frustrations, become more aware of your inner critic and challenge negative self-talk, develop mindfulness practices, practice expressive writing, and supportive touch. There's almost no one we treat as badly as ourselves. It seems like we think that self-criticism will motivate us, but research suggests that self-criticism discourages and diminishes our motivation. Coming at it from the perspective of treating ourselves like we might treat a friend makes it easier to be kind to ourselves. Self-compassion ultimately helps us focus on a feeling of acceptance rather than an imagined or expected outcome. Just think about how you comfort a close friend when they need your support, and at the very least, give yourself the same level of comfort. Self-compassion helps you own up to a difficult moment without that moment lowering your self-worth. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy. Practicing self-compassion means to be warm and supportive toward ourselves and actively soothe ourselves. It helps, especially when we fall short of our goals or intentions. It calms anxiety and depression and gives us greater peace of mind, and importantly, it makes us feel more motivated to make the improvements we need. May you feel compassion when you're imperfect and accept your humanity. Thank you for watching, and visit the Headway Project website for more helpful information.